There we go. All right. I don't know why the hell it switched. Sorry about that, guys. Muted, boomer. Yeah, no. Again, I'm not even a pro-am streamer. I am an am streamer. But, yeah, no. Sorry, guys. What I was saying was I got this model here. I don't know what I'm going to do today. Pretty much just hanging out. Captain, whenever you go live, brother, depending on where I'm at, we'll come over and say hi to you. It's already 10 o'clock almost my time. 10 to 10. 2.2 minutes. LOL. Yeah, you know, that happens. Can hear you now. Yeah. What I was saying is, this is the spool holder for the King Rune KP3S. Printed in some the Galaxy Green Polymaker ASA. It's going to sit pretty much right up here on top, and then the filament will fall down into it. I think I could probably get away with putting it this way. I don't remember from the picture which way it actually went, but just take the two screws out, put this guy on there, put the two screws in, and then bam, we got a spool holder. So I got to figure out what size those are because I don't remember. Da Vinci, good to see you. JPP, good to see you. And Captain, of course, good to see you as well, sir. There we go. All right. I hope these screws are long enough to work. If not, I'll have to find some longer ones. But this one was just a... Let's see if those will go through far enough. Maybe. We'll see how it feels once I screw them down. I'm going to put it with it facing forward. I don't know if that's actually the right way to do it, but that's what we're going to do. There's that one in. Let's get this lined up here. I don't necessarily want to take this down, you know. Not that it's a big deal, but with it having clipper on it and running on the clipper pad. There we go. Okay. Make that one tight. There we go. I'm putting it facing forward. I probably should put it facing back. We'll find out when I'm printing something on here. Oop. Let go. There we go. All right. We'll leave it like that. We'll see when the spool's on here if it gets in the way of the print head. I'm sure it will. I should probably spin it around, put it on the back, huh? Would make more sense, right? Tourbillon clock? What? Let's see here. Maybe doing a live stream this afternoon before the game night tonight. Missed the stream yesterday, but we got most of the printers maintenance. There you go. Now, just because you took the day off does not mean, or doesn't mean we all can't. Well, it doesn't mean that I won't stream later. Again, if I stream for a little bit and then somebody else starts streaming and we go over there and say hi to them and then come back, you know what I mean? It's not like I can't stream later. And besides, JPP will be streaming later too. So who knows? Maybe we'll just play the follow the bouncing stream today, you know? Like I'll stream and then I'll bounce over to somebody else and then they'll stream and we'll bounce over to somebody else, you know? I think that probably makes a little more sense to do it this way. So there. You can give it a nice little cranky crank. And another nice little cranky crank. There. I'll throw some filament on that thing and let's see just what it's like, you know. We'll go with the Polymaker Polyterra Purple. Because it's what I got right here. So that's what we're doing. Nip the tip. Guys, nip the tip. Put this on here. Run this down. Put it in here. There we go. Drive it in. That seems like it'll work. So we'll leave that on there. It sits up high enough that it clears the lead screw. There. Okay. Ta-da! We have a spool holder on there. Now the next thing to do is a spool holder for the Rook. Because that's got spool holder, that's got spool holder, that's got spool holder. The Rook is the only one that doesn't have a spool holder. I kind of like the spool holder on the Pandora's box. Oh, you got lost again? You got lost again? Shame on you. Shame on you. Bad you. What should we name the camera? So when it gets lost, I can yell at it. I am fully monetized now, so that's a relief. Dude, Captain, congrats, brother. I am only partially monetized here on the YouTubes. I get the super chats, the stickers, and memberships. I'm still about 600 watch hours from getting like full monetized, so that my videos and stuff will make me some AdSense. Dennis, are you being a menace? Good thing I get to do what I want while I'm at work. Yeah, Jack, same thing, man. I pretty much, as long as I get done the things I need to do throughout the day, you know. You're wearing camo, the camera can't find you. It's it's not its fault. Yes, very true. Very true. I blame me. I'm wearing my KB3D hat, guys. Check it out. Got that at the open house. I hope that they do it again this year. I really want to go to the KB3D open house, even if it is only a 3-hour event and it's a 6-hour drive. I don't care. Name the camera Lassie. Be like, Lassie, come home, and then it have it like run back to me. That'd be cool. All right, so the camera's name is now Lassie. Thank you, Sergio. By the way, guys, like I said, I took a vacation day today because it is spring break week at our school, and there's nobody in the building. I got everything I needed done, well, everything I could do done yesterday. So I took a half day yesterday and then a whole day today, so I could actually kind of just do what I wanted to do. And since the missus is content curled up on the couch watching her shows, and Big Doggo hasn't hung out with Daddy in the garage for a while, I got Chewbacca hanging out underneath the desk here. He's just laying on his cushion, just relaxing and enjoying himself. So, any of you guys see the see my X account? I posted that somebody left me a friendly comment on a 12-day-old video about my telling me that basically, you know, I shouldn't have bought all these printers, and that maybe I should sell the printers and should have bought a furnace with that 3 years ago. So, I guess sad reality for that individual is I have bartered my way into the printers that I have. I haven't really bought the printers that I have. So, but that's okay. I mean, dicks will be dicks. You know, I was kind. I told them that I did still have some printers that would be for sale if they were interested, that they could definitely let me know, and I'd be more than happy to, you know, sell them a printer. And they obviously haven't watched any of the recent videos, because if they have, they'd notice that the collection of printers has dwindled down. But instead they watched one video and had comments to make. Built overbought, you're right. It's just peanuts, guys. He doesn't have an allergy. Here, bud. Take it. There you go. Chew it up. No chocolate. It's a payday bar. No chocolate. It's just peanuts and nougat and stuff. All things he can eat. So, but there we go. So that was printed. Could be better, but good enough for structural work. Now I just need to find, I know that Canrog, I talked to him last night. He's got one for this, but it mounts on the rear. And I mounted my power supply on the rear. So I actually have my power supply on the back here on the Rook. You can't see it through me because I'm fat. But I think, let's lock that. Let's come down just a skosh. There we go. So the Rook has a butt now. Yeah. Yeah, you can see the stickers on the back there. That's where the power supply is mounted. I mounted the power supply there because it came with an actual 24-volt power supply, not the 24-volt brick. So if that one would have came with a 24-volt brick like the LDO kit did, then it wouldn't be such a big deal. I wouldn't have to worry about it. But the LDO kit came with the 24-volt brick. So yeah. Gotta leave soon. Pick up grandkids. Half day at school today. Awesome, Sergio. Enjoy, good sir. Payday was the only candy bar you were allowed growing up. Parents got convinced that chocolate caused or made ADHD worse. Well, it's always funny to me when you find out later in life that caffeine is actually the suppressant for your ADHD, and if you drink caffeine, it helps to focus you. So the weird part about being a kid growing up was always being told that you can't drink soda because soda has caffeine and caffeine makes you more hyper. But oddly enough, it wasn't the caffeine, it was the sugar. If you have caffeine without the sugar, hence black coffee, you tend to be a little bit more focused, a little bit better. Chewbacca, what are you doing, bud? You quit, bud, quit. Hey, stop. Weirdo, he's licking my floor, my dirty floor. Gold cans of caffeine-free soda too. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah. I don't really know, like I said, I don't really have a plan. It's just I don't have anything to do today. So I figured the missus was preoccupied with her stuff. I didn't want to, you know, mess up her routines. So I figured I just come out here, and I wanted to put that spool holder on the KP3S here. I wanted to get this thing on here. And I printed it with my structural settings. So it's like 40, I think it's like 40 or 45% infill. And it's like 5 walls, 5 top, 5 bottom. So it's very rigid, very solid. I could pick up, I can pick up the whole printer by it. I'm not worried about it. So that's good. Oh gosh, I just gotta figure out something for this guy. I do want to actually, I might steal, now that I'm looking at it, I might just borrow the King Rune's filament holder for a moment and send filament into the Rook here, and let's see if we can get the Rook pushing some plastic today. Because I have recently printed on this one, and this one, but I have not printed on the Rook in some time. So let's do that. Let's steal this filament out of here, and let's put it over here. And then let's wheel it down. There we go. It's down there. Let's throw some heat in the engine, as they say. I know Thorpe's at work, so I don't have to worry about him giving me crap for saying "as they say," because he never knows who they are, and it always confuses him if I don't tell him who they are. And I don't know who they are, but everyone I've ever met, that's who they are. So let's get the old printer up and running here. So let's go into mmn-3.local. Uh-oh. It's going to come up. Uh-oh. What happened? It's not wanting to cooperate today. Wait. Is it responding? No. Uh-oh. Well, no. It doesn't seem to want to cooperate. Let me see if I can remember what the IP address was directly. Make a mindset, Rick. What's going on, man? Let's see. No, wasn't that one. 72, maybe? Wait a minute. I have all the IP addresses in front of me right here. Why wasn't I thinking? Yeah, it is 72. Okay. Dano, Mad Cats, what's going on, man? I'm just chilling? Yeah. I'm designing a case for this kick pie. That's pretty sweet, good sir. Yeah, I definitely want to check those out myself. So one of these days I'll have to acquire one. Let's see what kind of horsepower it's got under the hood. All right. Let's see if we can remote into this thing. Let's see. Nope, it's not responding. Go figure. All right. Bob's got to leave. Lunch is over. Back to work. All right, Bob. Have fun, good sir. Thanks for popping in on your lunch. I should have started streaming earlier, then you could have hung out with me longer. My bad. But let's see here. it doesn't seem to want to cooperate. So we'll power it off, power it back on, and see what happens. That is the thing. It's got the Libre Solitude board in it. I have noticed that it sometimes goes unresponsive. So we may end up... Sergio, you're taking off as well. All right, good sir. Have fun with them grandbabies. We'll talk to you later, good sir. You want part of this? Do you want part of this? Okay. Go ahead. There you go. We were getting some storms coming through at the moment. Now I hear a train running down the tracks. Hey, once I restarted it, it came back up. It's going to be a bit concerning if I want to print a longer print with it. But, all right. So let's go ahead and home all real quick. All right, everything is homed. I haven't really messed with anything, so I would assume everything should be good. I don't have a probe on that, so it's just kind of running its course. Nope. Again, you're not a number saved in my phone, and you won't leave me a voicemail. I'm not responding to you. Your failure to leave me a voicemail is not my issue. Bearded Printer, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. We're going to go ahead and load the Dapper Dan duck on there. Oh, whoops. I guess before I did that, I probably should have made sure I pushed the filament through and purged it, because I didn't do that first. But that's okay. It's currently heating up the build plate. I got some time. You have the Rook spool holder that you can send, since you have to use the dry box on everything. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Keep your Rook. Yours is your Rook the 2020 or just a standard Rook? I can't remember. Yours is 2020, right? Yeah, don't worry about sending me the spool holder. I'll figure something out. Yeah. I'm not super worried about. Yeah, it's the 2020. Yeah, I'm not super worried, good sir. Well, it'll get itself all worked out. I'll figure something out for it. Worst case, I take like an old Ender spool holder or something I got floating around, do like I did in the past, and just screw it right into the wall behind it up here. Just screw it into the wall and just have it feed down and in. It's not a big deal. For right now, since I just did this one, it's my break-in, and I'm not even using it on that. I'm pulling it across and into the Rook. So it'll be fine. But thank you, good sir. I need to get some care packs out the door, but gotta wait a couple more days. Yep. Gotta get Captain's care pack out. Most of the stuff at the end of the table there is his. And then JPP, who knows? Maybe today, as things are going, maybe we'll get Captain's box packed up, get it ready to go, and then we'll pull the Mercury 1 there off the shelf, pull it over, and you can tell me, yes, I want this part, no, I don't want this part, because I'll start tearing it down as far as, you know, I need to, because I don't necessarily want to have to tear it all the way down. But we'll tear it down as far as you tell me to tear it down, good sir. And then maybe I'll hit up TH3D and see if they still have the Mercury 1 kits, and see if we can get a sponsored build going. Shrimp Daddy, what's going on, Martin? How is Martin today? Oh, hope you're doing good, sir. Let's see. That's the one thing about the Rook's build plate, is it takes forever to heat up. Like, look at this. Let me jump over here. Like, look at this. It is just taking forever. Let's zoom it in. Bam, bam. Let me get that out of the way. There you go. See? We're just slowly creeping up. I need to PID tune it again and see if that helps. I just did a bunch of updates too on the firmware and everything, so this thing should be updated as of last night. I went through all four of my Clipper machines here last night, logged into all four of them, got them all device updates done, and then got all of the Clipper updates done for everything that's up there. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, today is just a kind of a fuck off day. To be honest with you, just hanging out here. Got the doggo with me. Like I said, wifey is just doing her thing, and I've got not a whole lot planned. So I'm just going to stream until somebody says, "Oh, time for me to go. I got to get ready for my stream," and then we'll head over there. I do have my streams set up so that you guys can kind of raid over from YouTube, but I've noticed that some people I try to raid over to when I end my streams, it doesn't roll off to them, or it tells me that they don't have it set up. So I think mine's set up for pretty much anybody to roll over to it. I don't think I have it limited to a channel, Okay, well, let's see. Are we hot end hot enough? No, not yet. Hot end hasn't even heated up. Come on. Let's go that last little bit. Quit screwing around. Get up there that last little bit, damn it. Swamp Dog. He messaged me. I know he keeps saying that, but I want him to be here when I'm doing it. He keeps just telling me he wants certain parts, but it's like, I want you here so that while I'm tearing these things off for you, you can tell me, oh, by the way, send me that, because the last thing I want is to ship it to him with the stuff that he says he wants, and then he tells me, oh man, I needed that too, and then I got to ship something else to him. So I'd rather just make it one big care pack with all the goodies that he wants/needs. So we'll have to try and make it work, good sir. I keep talking about doing it. I think what I need to do is I need to seriously just go grab my laptop, bring it out here, set it up, and then start getting the laptop set up for streams. That way I can take the desktop and move it over here for now, and I can start prepping it to get ready for sale so that I can put it up on the old market, and if somebody wants to buy said PC off of me, they can do so. And then I'll have my laptop and probably my laptop and these two screens that I currently have. So I'll have the 3 screens basically across the counter here. I'll have the laptop and the 2 screens all the way across here. And then that and that monitor back there can all go. And then what I'll probably end up doing down the road is I may even actually put the laptop more over here. Kind of like where that screen's at, leave the laptop over there and run the cables across and up and just have the monitors and the keyboard here. That way things like the stream deck and all that can be more central. That way I can, right here, when I'm working over here, I can just flip. I don't have to keep coming over there for it. So that might be what we do. There's something to do on stream, a task, a goal. Exactly. What I need to do, though, is I need to actually bring the laptop out here and start setting that up. And then we can work on tearing that down and talk to you, JPP. And then do like another kind of like getting the stream set up, And I can take the PC, pull it over there, wipe all the stuff, reload Windows, pull my hard drives out. That's the other thing I'm looking for, is like a NAS setup. Because I've got... currently in that computer, I've got 2 4-terabyte hard drives that have pretty much all of my STL files, lots of pictures, everything else. I'll move all that over to those 2 4-terabytes, and I want to just be able to drop them in a NAS, plug it in up there, and then have like my little NAS set up. But I have 2 1-terabyte hard drives, the one that came in it, and another one. So there's 2 1-terabytes and 2 4-terabytes in there. I'm going to probably pull the 2 4-terabytes out and one of the 1-terabytes out. Leave the primary one in there that has the OS on it. And just wipe the system, blow it away, and go from there. Yeah. We'll just blow it away, start over fresh and clean with a nice install of Windows 11, and get it updated. Get some basic stuff installed in there like Chrome, Firefox, Opera. I usually hit up nanite.com if you guys have never heard of it. It's a great utility. NINITE.com. So I'll hit up Nunite and download a bunch of stuff off of there and get it preloaded, ready to go. I'll put Steam on it because it's a gaming PC. So load Steam on there, make sure all the NVIDIA drivers and stuff are all set up, and kind of go from there. Use TrueNAS. Yeah. That's a lot of terabytes. You're right, Jack. There's 8, 9, 10 terabytes of hard drive space in that thing. But the 4 terabytes, if I stick them in a NAS, I kind of use them together. Captain, I need money, and this PC is not like super old. It's still pretty good. It's got a 3060 Ti in it. I believe it's 3060 or 3080. Give me a second. I'll tell you. Let me load the NVIDIA software, and I'll take a peek. Downloading updates. Are you going to tell me there's updates? Really? Well, I'm not doing them right now. Oh, because that's loading the NVIDIA app. It's not loading the, let's, whatever. Come on. No, it's reloading the app. All right. Well, it's not going to affect my stream, or it shouldn't. But yeah, this thing's like 16, I believe it's got 16 gigs of RAM in it. Graphics. Nope, drivers. Oh, there is a driver update. I'm running the studio version since I do streaming more than I do gaming anymore. I just run the studio driver. About no. All right, be that way. See how it is? You got 4 2 terabyte drives in same. Yeah. Pop TrueNAS on. Oh, not that I don't remember if I still have an old PC floating around here. I think I had given the one little like mini PC I had away. But yeah, I've got some older laptops, but I don't want to have a bunch of USB hard drive, USB adapters, plugging them in that way. So yeah, I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. I'll probably look on like Marketplace or something, see if I can find just a decent little, what I was kind of hoping for is, like you were saying, like a 1 or a 2U rack, like a mini rack that'll fit up there, or actually would fit in the rack that I want to put in my basement. Because I'd rather keep the server in the house instead of in the garage, because if the heater or the AC out here, because I use a window unit AC and I have that little space heater for now, if they ever die, I would really hate to have network devices out here in either super heat or super chill. Yours has 72 gigs of RAM. Poof. My laptop currently has 64 gigs of RAM in it, and 2 terabyte NVMe's. So it's got 4 terabytes of NVMe storage on it, and it's got 64 gigs of RAM. So as long as I keep airflow underneath it, it should be good enough to run these streams as good or better than that, because it's got a 4050 or 4060. It's got a dedicated 4050 or 4060. I forget which one it is now, but should be, good to go. And I guess I need to quit getting scatterbrained and actually go look. So let's hit system. Yeah, this currently has an AMD Ryzen 7 5700G, 16 gigs of RAM. And then again, let's go to device manager. Device manager, come on. And then we'll pull this over here too, so you guys can kind of see. My DJI mic is currently saying that there's a problem. Richard, thank you for the $8, my man. Greatly appreciated. Every little bit helps, and we're getting closer. Monday is the cutoff, so come Monday, come hell or high water, if that doesn't go through at LieHeap, I am paying the last of the cash in my pocket, plus whatever will come in from the GoFundMe, and we'll get a payment agreement reinstated. And if I should happen to get more money, we'll just keep paying on it so that balance owed goes down more and more. So that's the goal, the plan. Display adapter, there we go. It's a 3060 Ti, guys. I don't know if you guys can make that out very well, but it's a 3060 Ti. It's an 8 gig model. It's not the 16 or 24 gig. It's only an 8 gig. So, but there you go. But yeah, this thing should net me a few $100 on the old Amazon, or not Amazon's, but should net me a couple $100. Why is this not heating up now? What the hell? Oh, because I paused it like a jackass. I forgot. Let's go ahead and unpause it so it'll resume print. I forgot that I clicked pause and then it heated the bed and then paused it before it went on to heating a hot end. I clicked resume. Now come on, you. I think we're going to end up putting a Raspberry Pi in that thing and taking the Libre board out and use the Libre boards for some other, maybe a little less mission critical stuff, I think. I think. JPP's taking off. All right, brother. Have fun. Game night is scheduled for 8:30, 9:30 Eastern. So yeah, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. Don't forget, you are running the Dell DL160, yeah, Gen 9, 16 core processor. Yeah, I got to look into something. I need to get something for network storage, something that I can run a few things on. I want to have like a place to like store the, you know, like music, photos, and our videos and stuff on that. And then I want to have a couple of like playgrounds that I can have to play on. I want to get it set up so that I can basically run, like I said, something I can set up to run some VLANs, because currently the cable modem that I have from the company, unless I manually go in and set IP addresses, it's kind of a pain in the ass to set up a VLAN without having something to do it for you. So I can just go in and create several VLANs and be good to go, because I just need 2 for now, but it'd be nice to have 3 and possibly a 4th one down the road. I want to move all the printers to their own VLAN. Basically, this space out here, have all the printers on a VLAN, the computer itself connected to, you know, the outside network, and then that way I don't have to worry so much. It would be nice to set up some kind of a VPN too, so I know I can set it up like on the machine itself, but it'd be nice to have like an actual VPN system, like set up so that I can, you know, when I'm at work, I can just VPN into my home network and be able to touch everything without having to remote desktop in. So it'd be nice to get a VPN set up too. Come on, you. I hit resume. You really going to do that to me? You are. It just hung up. So no big deal. We'll just do this real quick. We're going to go ahead and preheat, get it heating up. Actually, let's go to PLA so that it jumps that temp up and we can push some filament through. Get everything heating up. And then we'll tell it to feed some filament through. That way we purge it and we know it's good to go. Let's see, close that, close that, close that. Go back into Discord, not Life 360 Discord. It's probably when you got 2 purple icons on your phone right next to each other. Toolhead, possibly Pine, depending on the MCU that it has. MCU is important. The motion stuff, gantry and toolhead. Okay. I got you, JPP. We'll get that stuff tore off and kind of go from there. But yeah, gang, we're going to get this thing heated up a little bit. There we go. We're up to temp already because this is actually running the Next G from Fadus. For those who don't know or haven't heard the story, I was a movement out of range. Yeah, okay. Whatever, buddy. Filament in. There we go. Let's see, did it purge? There it is. Look at that glob falling. You guys can't see it, but I can. Pushing a good amount of filament. We're going to do that one more time. Actually, we're just going to extrude a little bit more. 50 mils. Nope, let's just do 10 mils at 5. There we go. Now it's more purple. That's better. All right. Now let's go ahead and click on the duck again and tell it to send. And we'll clear that off real quick. And since it's already pretty much preheated, it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, this has the Fadus Next G. I was part of the beta test for that, so it was pretty cool. I got to test it out beforehand, so we put it on the Rook when I built the Rook up. And it was a great little hot end on here, so... Oh, so loud. But there we go. Come back up. It should start the line. I know you guys can't see squat because, you know, it's so far away. Let's see. We're going to print us a Dapper Dan duck on here. We'll see how it turns out. Hey, look at that. Haven't used this thing in quite some time, and so far the first layer is looking good. So far. This Sliceworks or the Honey Badger black plate looks really nice. What do you think? This tiny little printer, should I put a cartographer on it? Should we see if we can get a cartographer for it? I've gotten spoiled, man. I like the cartographer on this thing. Nothing against the beacon, but price-wise, beacon to cartographer, you get similar functionality, and the cartographer tends to be a little cheaper. But there it goes. It is printing away, so we'll jump back here. You guys hear that little thing back there screaming while I'm talking? It says it'll take 49 minutes to complete. So that's how you know it's a speedy little printer, you know? So we'll see if it gets done in 49 minutes. I know that Canrog and the guy said as long as you're not doing anything crazy, you get away with printing these parts in PLA, but I printed it all in ASA, so. Printed everything in the Galaxy Green ASA from Polymaker. Speaking of, Polymaker is a proud sponsor of the 3D printer rehab project. Gotta enjoy the plug, right? But what is the 12 of you that are currently watching me doing? Have you guys smashed the like button? Huh? Have y'all smashed the like button? I wish that these stats up here for the studio control and OBS would tell me my likes and whatnot. Quick hello from Denmark. Well, Sun Turtle Camper, how you doing? How you been? Been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Hope Denmark is a beautiful place right now. TJ, you're just working? Yeah. Hey, and again, for the few of you that are just kind of popping in and lurking a little bit, if you didn't catch that, so apparently I had someone give me the best advice ever, that since I'm hard up for money that I should sell my printers. You guys that have been watching the channel for a while, you know that the background looks a bit different. So maybe that was already a thought in my head, and maybe I've already been doing that. So, you know, it's not like I'm just sitting here with a bunch of money in my garage, not thinking that if I sell these things, I can get the money I need. Liked and kicked you a couple of bucks. Yes, I thank you very much for that, good sir. Thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciated. I did say thank you. I don't know if you caught that or not, but thank you again, good sir. Greatly appreciated. It does pop up on the screen here when people send monies. They get a little notification here, and this dollar amount changes on the fly. So, Andrew Rogers for the Get Yourself Some Lunch Fund. Well, thank you, sir. I will do that. I will do that, and as I enjoy a bite, I will remember it's from you. So let me go ahead and throw a heart on that, throw a like at it. By the way, Andrew Rogers, I hope you're doing well, sir. You will be at Murph this year, right? Rocky Mountain is not in the cards for me, but you will be at Murph, I hope. Would be nice to see you and say howdy do again. I do plan to go. I can't remember. I don't know for sure which day yet, but I'm either going to go Friday or Sunday. I can't go Sunday or Saturday because Saturday is the baby shower / gender reveal. So I will be at that. You're on Interstate 85, about 70 miles an hour, heading south, doing dictation on my phone, so so you don't get behind from hearing. Well, Jack, be safe, and I'm glad you're listening while going, so that you don't miss what's going on, but you also can keep your eyes on the road. Mini-Me is insisting on it. Nice. Well, I am glad I will get to see you, good sir. Like I said, I don't know which day, but for me to take one day to drive the 3 hours out, spend the day with everybody, and then drive the 3 hours home, that is a more doable thing than, the other, because it's a tank of gas, so the day would cost me $104, because not even $104. It cost me less than that. I think it cost me like $50 to fill the tank in my car. So $50 to fill the tank and gas, and then $4 for the tolls there and back. So it might cost me $75 because I might need to put a little more gas in there. But I can definitely, you know, splurge a little for that in June. So it'll be nice to come out, see everybody, hang out, chat. But I got to check on that print and make sure that layer is sticking, because as it builds the legs, it starts to curl once in a while. Let's see. Are we still sticking? We are still sticking. First layer's looking a little garbagey. This printer I am going to need to do some tweaking and fine tuning on, because it is not a perfect print by any means. So we'll have to take it down and give it some TLC, but at least it's still printing, and I'm pretty sure we'll have at least a print. A good print, no, but we'll at least have, well, we'll have a good print. We won't have a great print, and we definitely won't have an ugly print. So yeah, like I said, hold on. People have solutions and always just sell your X. That is a rare actual good solution. Yeah, project or Dad's Garage. Yeah, selling things is always great if you can. And in the area I live, there's not that many people interested in 3D printing, so they don't see the value in the 3D printers like I do. Or like the community does. They always want to undercut you, shortchange you, try and get the better deal, because they want to get into 3D printing, but they don't understand 3D printing in some cases. So they're trying to shortchange you because they're not sure. So in my area, it's not big enough for people to actually grasp what those are, what they can do, and how awesome they can be. So yeah, like I said, I had some guy offer me $700 for the belt printer and the K1 as a package deal. He said, I'll give you $700 for both. Yeah, that wasn't happening. The belt printer alone, without the extra bar, is still like an $800 printer. So I told him, I said, even at $800, you know, that's a hell of a deal. So, you know, for $700, he wanted me to take a huge loss on the belt printer and give him the K1. And that wasn't happening. I ended up selling the K1 and I ended up selling the belt printer. And it was, what was it? I sold the belt printer to my buddy Bob for $775, actually, because he gave me $700 and then $75 on the stream the other night. He did that in the GoFundMe. So it was $775 for the belt printer. And then the K1 was like $300. So it was $300 for the K1. So for $1,075, and this guy wanted me to sell both of them to him for $700. So needless to say, that was definitely him fishing for, you know, a deal that wasn't going to happen. So, and of course, all of that money went to that. So I've paid down so much on that damn bill that we've gotten close. I can still do a payment agreement now, but I'm trying to knock it out and see what LIHEAP, what they'll pay. And then that'll help knock that down even more. And then hopefully with LIHEAP and with the money that came from the last GoFundMe, that's, like I said, the last GoFundMe deposit, which was a couple days ago, because up until yesterday, there hasn't been any donations made into the GoFundMe because I haven't streamed and I haven't talked about it. So we haven't had really any donations until yesterday and today. So thank you. But yeah. It's worth in pawning stuff. Yeah. Yeah, there's always the opportunities there for doing stuff like that. You end up angry and resentful. Plus, yeah, that's where, like I said, I sold the ones that sold. The ones that aren't going to sell, they'll just stay here and I'll use them. I mean, the switch wire, I thought for sure there'd at least be somebody in this area that knew what the switch wire was that would be interested in that. And there hasn't been. So I'm not really worried. I'm going to keep the switch wire. The Pandora's box is a cool little system, cool little printer. I'm probably going to end up taking the Pandora's box back to work with me and keep it on my desk as my little like office printer. So the Pandora's box will probably go back to work with me. I might keep it here and dial this rook in and take this rook to work with me, since I got to finish building the LDO one, and then we can have the LDO one up there. But I will need to probably get rid of that one. There we go. But I'll probably end up getting rid of not getting rid of, but take the Fabrico rook to work, and then get the LDO one up and running, or maybe I don't know, or maybe I'll keep the LDO and the Fabrico one here, and I'll take the King Rune. Maybe I'll take the King Rune to work. I haven't really decided. I just know I want a printer at work that I can have there to play around with and do stuff with. So take one of them to work, and then that'll give me some space up there to put the Centauri Carbon when it gets here, which should be possibly April, May, somewhere in there, April, May. Whenever it gets to where it's going, and then gets to me. So, but yeah, it'll be awesome to have another enclosed, printer. The Carbon, the Centauri Carbon seems like it's got a lot of, will have a lot of good stuff going on. I do hope that the company that sends it, I hope they send some stickers with, so that we can sticker up the machines that are, from them. Yes. But no, gang, I really don't have a plan for today. It's just kind of hang out and chat. So if anybody's got any questions, anything you guys want to talk about, drop it in chat. Just remember, stay away from the things like the politics and the religions and all that fun stuff, because not going down that road with you. I'm not doing it. I'm not talking about things that are going to cause everybody headache. However, I am going to step out here and look for a box real quick. I've got some flat rate boxes. So let me see if I can grab one, and then see if I got some tape floating around here so we can box up some stuff that we can send off to Captain. My Captain. We got some flat rate boxes here, and I know you guys keep telling me to use hopefully this will be big enough. We'll see what happens, but we can use the pirate ship. There we go. Use the old pirate ship. Go the other way. There we go. That and that go like that. That goes like that. Throw some tape on it, and then hopefully everything I want to send to Captain will fit in here. Yes. Captain, my Captain. Where the hell did I put the tape? I hope I got tape. I thought I had some packing tape around here somewhere. Ruh-roh. Wait a minute. Underneath. Packing tape? Anywhere. Packing tape. Chewbacca, do you see the packing tape, bud? He's like, Dad, I don't even know what the hell you're saying to me. Well, damn it, Captain. I don't know where my packing tape went. I had a couple rolls of it. Hi, bud. Hi. Daddy's looking for packing tape. Do you see packing tape? Huh? No? All right, well, Captain, I don't have packing tape at the moment. I don't know where the hell it went. I thought I had a roll of it around here somewhere. If I was organized and maybe a little less disorganized, I'd know where the hell my stuff went, right? But the camera's going to freak out here because I'm not looking. Oh, I forgot I locked it, so it won't do that. Teenagers stole it. Might have. By the way, Benny, good to see you. How's Benny today? I do apologize if I didn't say hi to you earlier. I hope you're doing well. I should get a hold of the kid that I sold the K1 to and let him know that I have the stock extruder here, the kind of garbage extruder that they send with it. I have that right here if he wants it. You know, the original extruder that came on the thing. Well, hell. All right, Captain. I want to send you a box of stuff, but I need to get some tape first. What I can do is look through these boxes back here and see if there's anything hiding in here, maybe. One of the things I want to get back into is I want to get back into printing some of the what the hell am I trying to say? Oh, the 3D printed speakers from Polymate. Polymate 3D. You guys haven't checked out Polymate 3D? It's Paul. He does 3D printed speakers. They're actually good sounding speakers. What we're going to do for right now, Captain, so I can get this stuff off my desk, is we're going to mangle a U.S. Postal Service box. Damn it. We're going to mangle the box for now. Just so I can get all this stuff boxed up and get it off the counter. We'll make sure it all fits too, you know what I mean? Let's see. Those fit. Damn, Captain, I'm sending you a pretty good haul here, bud. I realize as I'm starting to load this stuff up in here, I'm like, damn, Cap's making out. Got to shimmy things around and make it all fit, you know? Put that there. Let's lift this up, put this like so. Play jigsaw here. It's like a little puzzle, you know? Put that there, that there. I'm just gonna set this stuff in here for now. We'll wrap things up with bubble wrap or something later. But there we go, Cap. There's your box of stuff. So it'll be easier for me to move it around and not have it get in the way. You know what I mean? Like I can do this. See? Now I have counter space back. So if we pull the Mercury 1 up here and start ripping it apart for JPP, it won't be so bad. Let's get these USB-C cables off the table here that are all strung out everywhere. Let's tuck these USB-C cables up in the cabinet, huh? Told you to keep what you still need / want. I don't need or want. I just want to get rid of. I'm just giving you crap because I'm sending you a bunch of stuff, man. Okay. I should go grab one of the big black garbage bags that's sitting in my car and get it out here. This fan, I don't know if this works or not. The little sticker for it came off. What is it? It's just a little black sticker that kind of blocks the end. I think this was just a random fan that was sent to me. There's a little heat pad or thermal pad. Yeah, this box is garbage, so that can go in the garbage. I may have to open my garage door real quick and get them bags out, guys. We'll do a little cleaning, you know? Just a little cleaning. Let's move you guys up a little bit here. There we go. 12:41 a.m. and just work third shift. Whew. Well, my man, if you need to sleep, get some sleep, you know? What are you guys printing in the chat? Or girls? There's no girls here. Are you kidding me? What girls want to watch me? I take that back. That's not true, because there are some females in the community, and they, for some reason, will come watch me. I don't know why. I think it's more or less because they feel sorry for me. I don't blame them. My wife feels sorry for me every day. That's why she stays married to me. Wiping off some dust. Man, it's dusty in here. There we go. Cleaned off the PC a little bit. I'm going to need to take that thing and hit it with an air compressor. Blow the crap out of it. First Blood of Doom. Your 3D printing journey. These things are pretty sweet, guys. It's dusty. As you can tell, I told you guys, it's dust everywhere, but these little, these little SanDisk, little, you know, external hard drives, these are pretty nice. Definitely worth picking one up if you want one. I can drop a link if you want to help me out if you jump on Amazon to get yourself one. Stepper drivers. Orbiter 2 with the smart extruder. Zip ties. Plenty of zip ties. Who doesn't need zip ties? Zip ties are good, right? I need to check and see if this SKR Mini E3 V3 board is working. I believe it was. I think that we pulled this out of the printer for JPP. We pulled this out of that. And then we put the Manta M5P in there. So JPP is getting a Manta M5P. JPP and the Manta M5P. Get my stuff organized here a little bit. Let's see, will that stick? No. Okay. That print is not looking terrible, but it is far from great, guys. It is far from great. Stick that in there. Slide those back together. Slide that back down. You guys want to see what Feta sends when you guys are part of the beta team? They send some things from time to time. This was for the Next G sticker sheet. Just a random sticker sheet with some stickers for the Next G. Yeah. If you guys get the opportunity to join, if they ever tell you they're doing open, like another open enrollment for their betas, watch their X account. That's where I found it. If not, join their Discord. Join the Fetus Discord, and then they'll possibly send you stuff. Periodically, they'll ask me if I want to test like a hot end or something like that. Of course, I say yes, because who doesn't want to test stuff before they get it out to the masses, right? But of course, I say yes, and then I test that stuff. I have a bunch of Libre boards. Here's the Tritium. Here's a sweet potato, or not sweet potato. This one's just the La Potato. Here's the Renegade. Here's the sweet potato right here. So I have several of the Libre boards and all the different variations. We need to put these up out of the way. These all put up in the cabinet here. Whoopsie. Dropped a Pico. Gee, I wonder where this came from. Nuka-Cola. I wonder which guy sent me this or gave me this at Murph last year. I wonder who that could have been. Wonder if he's still in chat. He may still be in chat. I don't know if he is or not. We'll find out. He'll say something if he is. There we go. Start putting stuff away, Dan. Get this shit picked up, you know? Like, I gotta find the box for my soldering iron. How many other people use a 3.3 volt battery with their soldering iron? Because, you know, they don't have the USB to plug it in. Let's see. Anyway, we'll leave that unplugged for now. You need to get some manufacturing and vendors, or this YouTube streaming thing is going to go bankrupt you. Yes, I understand and I feel your pain, and that's probably part of the reason why I am in the financial situation I'm in. Where did my box go for my soldering iron? Yes, I said soldering iron. Well, for right now, we'll just put it up here above the keyboard. Good place for it. It's going to be weird if I keep doing this and I just keep talking to you guys while I'm doing this, and the next thing I know, my counter is cleaned off. It's going to be so weird being able to actually like see across this counter space here. I've made such a mess. I need to build like actual shelving under here that I can put this stuff on. You say it the same way? Soldering iron? Yeah. Kind of put the emphasis on the L. Solder. I'm going to solder my wires today. Strippers, crimpers. It's that kind of stream, guys. We got strippers and crimpers. This is my tool from Canrog for making blind joints. Here's a small piece of the hide your cable wire, or your wiring. Cable sheathing. That's for the FL Sun that says that it passed its inspection, quality control inspection. That would be for the Super Racer, definitely, because The other one definitely wouldn't have came with that, considering it came to me dead as a Amazon return. Let's throw this 2 trees filament back on the shelf. There we go. Filaments back on the shelf. If you guys haven't printed one of these, you need to. Lurking, building windows casing. Nice, Kaggle. Well, have fun with that. If you guys have not printed one of these, you need to. It's for your screws, for measuring your lengths and your widths, your girths. You need to find one of these guys and print it. This thing's been like a godsend. I wish I had a screw hanging out somewhere I could just hook it, you know? But we'll put it up here on top of my stuff. Let's move this over here. This is garbage, garbage. Oh, wait. The nice part about a box that we can put garbage in. Clean off the counter. Get these parts from the spool holder that I broke off earlier right onto the counter, off the counter. Oh, dropped a piece on the floor. Dadgummit. And then this right here. Who does anything with like these? It's just taking up space. This is for the dual Z kit. JPP ain't gonna want that, I'm sure. The instructions for it. It's pretty self-explanatory and it's already installed. So I don't think you need that. Garbage, 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 garbage. Micro Swiss how-to instructions. Does anybody want to scan a QR code? There's the Micro Swiss support. Put it right over here next to this one. But there you go. If you needed it, there you go. Go back and watch the stream again. This is for the T1 Pro. What is in here? Oh, just a random something. We'll stick this on the T1 Pro. Grab the rest of this garbage here. Oh, we got to put this on the... we got to swap this out. We can't get rid of that yet. So put that and that together. Okay. Ender 3 screen, which we won't be using because we're putting the Linktree text screen on it. And by we're putting, I mean it's already on there. Ugh. Hearing a sound from a small room where I have the printer in an enclosure I have made. Okay. Oh, I see here. I made some mistakes. It happened. Updated Ender 3 Pro or Ender 3 S1 Pro. Put a 0.6 nozzle on it. I printed most perfect first layer. I print took some hours, so take a nap. Woke up. Heard some noise. So I went to the printer. PLA was all over. The printer was clogged. Failed huge blob of doom. Shit, turn the printer off. Sorry to hear that, son. Don't mean to laugh at you, but you know how it goes, man. We've all, hey, Captain, I found it. Ta-da, I found it. See, clean the desk. Find what you're looking for. Hot diggity hot dog. Put my soldering tips in here. Grab my little tube of solder. I'll shove this up in the cabinet so we don't lose it. I found the tape, my man. I found the tape. We got tape. That'll be like the new thing. Instead of telling somebody we got beef, be like, we got tape. And then here's the, oh shit, JPP, you're not here anymore. I found a random cable I need to send you. This was for that screen I sent to JPP a while back. It's just a right angle HDMI to HDMI. So, gotta send that to JPP. USB cable. Let's see, USB-C to USB. Those are nice to have. Or USB-C to USB. So, tuck these away up in the cabinet of collecting crap. The cabinet of random crap. A bunch of static bags here. We'll just put those over there for now. Get this out of the way. Grab my Raspberry Pis. Put those there. USB. Here is a couple of the matchstick LEDs. I think these are the matchsticks, right? Yeah, I think these are the matchsticks. They call them matchsticks, I believe. But yeah, LED kit, LEDs, glue stick, garbage, another USB cable. Am I the only one who calls them USBs instead of USBs? Am I the only one? Throw that up there. Grab all these guys here. Like I said, I'm more or less just kind of picking things up and tucking them away in a different spot. Anybody want some DJI stickers? I'll have to keep these to start throwing in packages when I send things out. I'll send them with random stickers. Not just mine, but randomness. Okay. This one and this one for right now can go under here with the other electronics stuff. There. This can go under here with the electronics stuff. The pies can stay there, but those can go there. Here's my tape. First Blood of Doom. Here's a random piece of 2020 extrusion in space gray. Just the bestest of all grays. Not that I'm a fan of MAC. I'm not. But I do love me some space gray. Wow, that print surface is looking like hot garbage. We are definitely going to need to throw some, do some tweaking and tuning again on the Rook. Dial in our settings. Okay. FL Sun Lube. Some FL Sun Lube for the T1 Pro. Guys, we're getting a counter back. Look at this. Look at that. Anybody remember how bad that pile of crap was here just a few minutes ago? Like, look at this. There's actually some space now. Put that up there. Put that in there. Bag of thermistors that are not terminated, but we've got them. These are the glass bulb thermistors. They're the High Let Go. These are 100K ohm NTC 3950s. It's a 10 pack. So thermistors. Good morning, sir. How are we, Mr. Do-It of the U's? How are we? How are we? I'm in a little better mood today. I got a little nap in. I'm a little less growly. But, you know, it also helps when you have a troll you on the interwebs in the morning. You wake up to a troll at 2:30 in the morning. By the way, guys, I've been up since 2:30 a.m. The doggos got a little excited today, this morning, and started growling and barking at something. They don't know either. They haven't been able to figure out what they were growling and barking at, but they know they were doing it. Let's see, these screws all need to stay over here because these screws are all for the T1. Those are all T1 screws. Those are T1 screws, I believe. I believe these were all T1 screws. So I got to keep those together. Uh, 3D Medic Vince, good morning, sir. Hope you're doing well. First part for the enraged rabbit carrot feeder, right there. Doing good, Martin. Yes, when you turn the printer on, woke up by the blob of doom. Yes. There's a way to test the sensor on the printer. Wait, hold on. I went in, bed noise should be, never make. Oh, is there a way to test the sensors on the printer? Depends on which sensor you want to test. The answer is yes. But again, it just depends on which sensor you want to test. Here's the extra fan for, or an extra fan for an idea former. Oh, shit. I gotta get a hold of my buddy Bob that bought the belt printer off me. Let him know I have an extra fan here for it if he needs it. This is an Ideaformer fan. I think this goes to that one. It might be for the other one. It might have been something that wound up in a care pack for me. Let's see. Those go there. That goes there. That goes there. All this stuff is going in here because I believe these are all rook screws, which is fine. I've got plenty of stuff if I need it. It's not a big honking deal. That's garbage. These came out of something. A little plastic kit that had these in them. But for now, I'm going to roll them up and stick them right there with the other stuff. Let's get all these bundled up right here for now. I don't know what a lot of these are for. I know I took them off of stuff over the year. We'll just dump all that in the top of the case. We'll have to sort through it all later, but at least it cleans up the counter and I'm less likely to knock them on the floor and lose them, right? Right. That's the important part. Don't lose the shit. You lose the shit, you got to start over. Then you got to wait for parts, and that can be time-consuming and annoying. I wish all these things were magnetic, but they're not, sadly. Not all these screws are magnetic screws. You know? That there. This. Man, I've gone through a lot of Microswiss stuff. I keep finding all their instructions, like the scan this QR code. All right. Let's see. This one. Yeah. Got a bunch of these Allens here now. Whoa, whoa, don't fall on the floor. I need you. You and you. I'm looking for the other ones that match this set. Well, missing two. That's all right. Anybody saying anything fun and exciting in chat that I'm missing because I'm not looking at chat right now because I'm staring at my counter, cleaning up my space? Okay, so sorry for the bad spelling. No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. You got the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder assembled. Just have to wire it. Hate wiring. The heat block. I got the cable. If the cable is damaged, I wish I had brought a camera. Sun Turtle. Yeah, having a camera is nice to have near it so you can kind of keep an eye on it. As for the heat block, are you talking about the hot end cable? You want to test it? All you can do is turn the printer on, and if it errors out right away, or if you see the temperature is reading not at all, cable's probably damaged. Otherwise, it takes a bit to actually like break the cable, but when you do, usually lets you know real fast. So you're probably okay if you still see it and you're not getting an error about thermal runaway. So you're probably okay, my man. You're probably okay. Bear in mind, I keep saying probably because without seeing it, I don't know. Okay, put that there. Grab all these here. There. For now, that can just go there. Hey, I was looking for a random screw earlier. I found one, but do I have my drill out here? Because if I had my drill, I could put one of these random screws in. Know what I mean? Hey, guess what? Here's another Creality extruder for the... So I got two of those now. That's right, because one came in a random box of stuff, and I bought one when I got my second K1, I actually bought the upgraded extruder for it. So anybody who thinks I'm all about the freebies, I am, but I didn't actually, you know, I didn't actually end up having to buy, like, I had to buy it because these are both the older one that has the issues. So I got these. I can get a hold of the kid that bought it off me and ask him if he wants them. I'll tell him I got 2 of the stock extruders, like the not so great ones, and if he wants it, he can have it. It ain't gonna do me no good because I don't need the stock extruder. That's just silliness, you know. The 6x3 millimeter magnets, good to have. Order in bulk, guys. Magnets, order them in bulk. This is, I believe, yeah, FL Sun service kit for the T1. So we'll put that with that. Oh, holy crap, guys. I haven't had this much space. I think Captain's going to want one of these, so we should throw one of these in the box. Right, Captain? You want to make her my Nexus sticker? Even if you don't, you're getting one. You're getting a Maker My Nexus sticker. What else do we have here? Oh, Lee Marie 3D sticker. Throw that in the box for you. You're getting a Lee Marie 3D sticker too. Some of my Maker My Nexus stickers. We'll stick these back here out of the way. I'm just kind of happy that we're getting through this, so at least the bulk of the mess is not so messy. Some heat shrink. Let's grab another random bag here to put these pieces, these random screws in, so we're not just doing that. You'll take all the stickers? Well, brother, don't say that. You may wind up with more than you expect, because again, don't forget I have a discount code for these guys. Link is in the description, but there you go. Open mouth, insert foot. So enjoy. Enjoy. By the way, if you think that that was a lot, sir, I still have more. Like, lots more. Damn it. I have so many, I dropped them. Dadgummit. Let me pick these up real quick. So I have a bunch of Sliceworks stickers, and I have an affiliate link down below. So if anybody's feeling particularly, you know, particularly like, I have money, make a mess. Yeah. You know. But if anybody is feeling like they need to order something from Sliceworks, please feel free to use my code down below in the Linktree. This one is this is another La Potato. So I have 2 La Potatoes. At least I thought I had 2. Yeah, I got 2 La Potatoes. All right. Let me see something here. All right. Well, I wish I knew where the lid for it was. Keep the SD card, of course. Let me see something here. Okay, well, tuck that in there. Yeah. Let's get back to cleaning up, shall we? Let's get back to cleaning up. Get all this crap out of the way. Get all this crap out of the way. There we go. Get to the screws. Sliceworks needs to do the color, or do the colors in ASA. Yes, they do. They need to make ASA for their materials, because a lot of people want to do it in ASA. You know what I mean? Like, I know you know what I mean. But yes, I completely agree. SliceWorks, please make your filaments in ASA. Let's get this crap cleaned up, Dan. You're tired of looking at the mess you've made, so clean it up. That's unnecessary now, so that can go in the unnecessary stuff pile. That's all unnecessary stuff. Unnecessary stuff. I just want to get the screws off the damn table. Throw the garbage in the garbage. Zip ties can go back in there. One of these days I'll better organize everything. Random Big Tree Tech Ducky. How far have 3D printers come in detecting blobs of doom? Depending on how much money you want to spend. Some of the new stuff coming out is claiming to have detection for a lot of that stuff. So if you want to spend a bit of money, you can get yourself a Bamboo Labs. The new Bamboo Labs printer claims to be able to block a lot or check all that stuff with using AI. That's right, artificial intelligence. But Bamboo Labs has been claiming that for a while. I think a couple other companies are saying that their AI will block that stuff. Restricted, calling me again. Today could have been the day, but it's not the day. I'm not answering them today. I'm too busy doing this. One of these days we'll call them and see, or we'll let them, we'll answer it and see who they are and what they're trying to pull, you know? See what scam they're trying to hit me with, or if it's a debt collector trying to collect a legit debt from me. I would think if they were collecting a debt, they would have left me a message. Because, you know, when you collect a debt, you usually want to let them know who you are so that they'll answer. Because when you call restricted, you know they're not going to answer. So the only reason you'd call restricted is because you're a scammer trying to scam someone and you don't want them to be able to reach you back. So if you don't leave a message, they can't call you. Or at least look up your number, or have your number to turn over to the authorities for harassment. Hold on, let's see here. Heat it up, get the blob off of it. That's what I do. Yeah, run the homing each axis, then check the Z offset. Make sure the fans are still working. Start a new print. Yes. What Dad just said. Yes, what Dad just said. That's, whoops, I almost did it again. I almost pushed these screws that I need to keep safe. So let's just steal another bag and put all of these screws that we need to keep safe in a bag so they'll stay safe. There we go. Wait, we missed one. Okay. There is all the screws that need to stay safe. Let's put them again with the T1. And then all of this, oh wait, minus the M3x8. Where's my M3x8s? Garbage trucks here. M3x6, M3x8. I need to actually like put those in there. And then this little ribbon cable can get tucked back down in there. These can go back up here again. Shamrock. Send it on its way. On my way. Send me on my way. On my way. Great. Now I got music in my head. Now I got to switch over to Twitch so that I can play music and not have to worry about getting a strike. Just kidding. We're not going to Twitch. Nothing against Twitch. But I am not Twitch material. I am YouTube material. Here's a random box of like screws and stuff that I believe it was Sergio sent me. Could be wrong. But there's some decent screws in here. Then another random toolkit and some random parts. So this is a good little box to have nearby too. Let's get all of this a little more tidied up. Let's see here. I dropped something through the hole, guys. Okay. Let's put all of these right there. Back out of sight, out of mind-ish. And then, let's see, can we get this underneath of that? We can if we move the plug for the air conditioner. There we go. Okay. We'll leave all of that right there. What do we got here? Random ESP something or another. With Wi-Fi's on it. Yay! Okay, this part stick up there. This and this can go back in here. You stay, you stay. This goes in the kit. The fact that you guys are still hanging out with me while I'm doing this says a lot, and I'm very grateful for you guys, just so you know. Did any of the printers use multicams for 3D scanning a model being printed to compare it to a 3D model? No. However, Sun Turtle, if you want to create that and put that out there in the world, there's not a single person in this community that will tell you not to, but they will tell you to have fun with that, because boy, will that be a lot. But they will tell you to do it. So do it. You be the one. Take the reins, make it happen. Please take the reins, make that happen. Because ain't no way nobody's going to be upset about their printer being able to scan the model and compare it to the STL or the G code or whatever. You know what I mean? Hey, I said something about garbage bags. I got some garbage bags right there. Hey, here's something else I can throw in there for Captain. There you go, Captain. Have a maker chip. That's what I meant to say. Have a maker chip. Is that actually in there? It is. Nice. Didn't even know I had that in there. Ta-da! Ta-freaking da. I didn't even realize I had that in there. I know I had another one. I just couldn't remember where the hell it was. It's a EBB 36 CAN bus board. So be nice to have to put on another printer, or maybe on an LDO variant of another printer. Who knows? Who knows what we'll do with that one? But playing around with CAN bus, I finally got over my fear of CAN bus. So I definitely see I see that once you get over your fear, CAN bus is pretty nice. So that's pretty sweet. Once one gets over their fear, they're able to accomplish anything. Another sticker. Okay. All that up there. Or that over there. This over here. That up there. That up there. These two are just random parts. Important stuff. Screws. Stickers. Garbage truck coming back around again. He must be going down the other side of the street now. God. Dadgummit, are they making it? I wonder if they fell in the hole again. I wonder if the road collapsed under them again. Or is that thunder? We are kind of getting some storms coming through the area. Sounds like it's the garbage truck. Wow. And you're home. All right. Well, Jack, I hope you get a chance to relax a little bit now that you're home. Let's get all this stuff kind of together. Guys. Holy shit. Look at this. Look at that. It's a clean counter. Go back to the beginning of the stream and compare it to now. Wow. Get a garbage bag going here, huh? Get all this stuff off the counter. There we go. And then we'll tape up Captain's box for him. Nope. Gotta go to work. Oh, wait. Nope. Gotta go to work to relax. I understand what you're saying. All right. I understand what you're saying there, good sir. I really do. And by I say I really do, I mean I really don't. If my wife is watching, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Get all this over here. Wow, it is so weird being able to see my desk. I haven't been able to see it in forever. Like this counter space here, I haven't seen it in forever. There we go. Okay, we're going to throw this under the desk right here, though, because that's where all my garbage is usually at. So there we are. All right, toolkit back over here. Garbage bags next to that. My deburring tool back in my random cup of crap, so I know where the hell it's at. Nope, got to go to work. That's where we're at. We're still caught up on chat now. Okay, good. I was looking for my bad habit. There it is. It's a bad habit, don't start. If you're not doing it, don't start. It's a bad habit to have. All right, let's get this box for Captain here. There we go. Now let's just undo everything we just did so we can tape up the box properly, because I don't want to flip it over, because again, I haven't wrapped everything. I'm just throwing it in the box for him, along with his small stack of Sliceworks stickers. And his DJI, his Lee Marie 3D, and his Maker My Nexus sticker. A couple of random bits here. Hey, the print is done. Jeesh. Okay. Let me show you guys how crappy that looks. Let's see if it'll actually focus when I bring it over here. Yeah, you can see the surface quality, or the surface finish is shite. Yeah, so we're going to have to do some tweaking and tuning there, but it is definitely not great. However, the legs are wiggly. That's a good sign. There we go. It is at least a successful Dapper Dan duck, but the surface quality... There you go. This camera doesn't do too bad. It does adjust pretty quick. Resin printing is also one with the window walls. Hold on, so here you have 3 windows in the basement that have been leaking. Getting new ones installed, so got to go move the fiber, the diode, and the CO2 out of the way. You have nowhere to put them. Just pull them out far enough that hopefully they don't get in the way, and just walk along the wall where they were at. Hopefully that's enough space. Cover them up with blankets or sheets or something to keep them safe from possible issues. But it did print. It does look okay, but I have seen better out of it. So we will do some tweaking and tuning on the rook. Maybe we'll throw the rook back on the counter over here so it's next to me, and we'll play around with that. But first, we need to take all this stuff out of this box so that we can get this ready to go to Captain. At least if I tape the base up, I'll have less to worry about there. Captain's going to get some Illinois garage dust sent to him. So, Havoc, what's going on, man? You wish you were at home? Hey, dude, I had to take the day off of work to be home today. So, I saw an opportunity to enjoy a day off. So we've already done some stuff. We've been somewhat accomplished today, you know. Let's flip this over and undo the poor man's binding. Nope, we want these two out. There we go. And then I don't have a tape gun. If anybody wants to Amazon me a tape gun, I'll appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody wants to Amazon me a tape gun, I won't argue. Feel free. Because these U.S. Postal Service boxes are kind of a pain in the butt to get to push together and stay together, you know? Kind of like my childhood growing up. didn't stay together. Oh, sick joke, brah. Sick joke. I come from a broken home. My parents divorced when I was young. Maybe that's what's wrong with me, huh? And then just to make sure that we don't have an issue with the box falling apart, Captain, I like to triple up the base tape. You know. There we go. One more piece on the other side just to make sure. Okay. It says if it fits in the box, it ships for a flat rate price. And, well, I'm pretty sure with all the daggum motors and stuff that are in there, the weight is going to be kind of high. JPP, change the nozzle on the Cheedy X3 or the X Plus 3 that you were talking about in the extruder the other day. Put a 0.6 Ruby nozzle on. Now it's been printing fine. Hell yeah, there you go. Off axis, brother. What is going on? Good to see you, my man. Havoc, what'd you say? You took Monday off for your birthday, so you'll be here today and tomorrow. Nice. Well, brother, enjoy your birthday off. I personally, if I remember right, my birthday fell on Saturday this year, so I didn't have to work because you work in a school and schools are closed on the weekends, so the only time I really got to work on a weekend is if there's a serious network issue, you know? But there we go. Now that is all together. Let's go ahead and load the box back up. Put boards in. Like I said, the individual little stuff and whatnot, we'll throw some bubble wrap around as we cross the path to, or cross that bridge. Let's see, can we fit all three in there like that? No, go figure. You biscuit-eating bulldog. Or as they said in the commercial, she's like, you biscuit-eating bulldog, you lint liquor. I thought that commercial was funny back in the day. Matter of fact, it was back in the day, but I still think it's hilarious. If you guys haven't seen that commercial, you have to go look it up. It was a gum commercial. I forget which gum it was now. Orbit's gum. I'm talking about having a dirty mouth and to clean it up. And the girls were arguing, and one called one a biscuit-eating bulldog, and the other one called the other one a lint liquor. Which, as you get older, you look back on it and you realize lint liquor could be a bit of a comment about, yeah, doing something. You know, so one might have called the other one a same-sex oriented female. I mean, I don't know personally if they've ever said that, but in my head, that's kind of where I went. If that makes me a bad person, well, it's left up to interpretation, people. Don't think of me as a bad person because my brain interpreted it that way. Unless you truly feel I'm a bad person, in which case, well, have a nice day. Okay. Oh, JPP. Next time I send you stuff, try to remind me that I need to send you this cable because this goes to that monitor I sent you. So I don't forget, or I'm less likely to forget, I'm going to put it on the printer. And then I'm going to grab this guy out from under here and put it back up here. Oof. There we go. I got that for free from the rehab store because it's a broken piece of countertop. There's a big old crack right along this edge and this edge here. So this edge and this edge were pretty smooth and straight. These two edges are... Actually, this one's pretty good here until it gets to here. So it was about that wide, which if it would have been longer, I would have been happy even if the end was broke off, because then I could have, you know, I could have put it on top of this all the way as far as it would go. It would stick out a little bit farther than I probably want, but still be nice. But for now, it's good for basic frame stuff, getting corners lined up, and if I set them right, they can sit, you know, at all kinds of weird angles. Weird angulations. There we go. Okay. But there, guys, we got some cleaning done today, a little bit more. The counter space is cleaned off. The printer row is looking pretty good on top. We're about an hour and 42 minutes into a stream. I don't necessarily want to just end the stream. I want to kind of hang out and chat a little bit. So let me turn this back on so it comes back down here. There we go. And then we'll lock it again. That way it's not whipping around as I'm turning my head and stuff. Viking, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I'm just cleaning up and sending people sending random people shit. And by sending random people shit, I mean getting the box ready to go to Captain Kern. So I'm just grabbing random shit off my desk here and throwing it in the box to send to him. So he's gonna get like a box full of just tons of random shit. You know, he's gonna be like, what is all this random shit that Dan sent to me, you know? And I'm just gonna be like, haha, it's not in my house anymore. You know, like, it's not mine. I don't have to deal with it anymore, kind of a thing. Are you selling your printers? MakerMine Exodus. Sorry, been in and out of streams. Haven't really found what you're doing other than the GoFundMe. Well, off axis, if you look behind me, you'll notice that it looks different because there's a bunch of stuff missing. The Prusa is currently sitting right there, but that is sold. The SR is currently sold. However, I won't be meeting up with the new owner of those until Murph, so they will be here, or until Murph, or until either I'm heading that way or they are heading this way. So if something happens and we happen to cross paths before Murph, they'll be leaving then. Otherwise, Murph, this one and that one will get loaded up in the car and go for a ride with me. The T1 is waiting for parts to come from FL Sun to get it fixed and working, and then I will use it and play around with it, and if I'm still in a financial bind, I will get it working and then get rid of it, hopefully for what was put into it money-wise. Otherwise, I'll keep it, and it'll probably sit kind of where that stuff is at right there, or that stuff is at right there. It might sit there, or if it's short enough to squeeze in here, I may put it in across this middle row. So, but yeah, no, off axis, I sold the K1, the belt printer. So the K1, the belt printer, the Prusa, and the SR have all sold. I still currently have that one, and that one all up on Facebook Marketplace. So if anybody shows any interest, then they'll go to, just because, again, got to hit that goal, man. Got to hit that goal. But yeah, so, but yes, brother, I am selling printers off to make ends meet, as well as I'm going to start working on bringing out my laptop. I think I will bring my laptop out here maybe even later today, get it out, start working on transferring the Steam Deck, the OBSBot, leaves there, but get the OBSBot and the Steam Deck or Stream Deck moved over to the to the laptop, so that I can start streaming off the laptop, and then we're going to take the desktop, move it over there, and connect it to that monitor, and then I'm going to work on getting my hard drives, or get all my stuff moved over to the other hard drives for storage space, take them out of there, wipe it, reload it, and then get it cleaned out real good, and then put it up on the old marketplace for sale. So we'll get that sold off on marketplace as well. Yeah, it's not worth it to send it to you because it's going to cost you more than the printer itself outright would be. So yeah, it's definitely, I understand, man. And if there was ever a way we could get you stateside and you could take one home with you, that would be pretty sweet, you know. It would be really sweet if I could you know, get you stateside. This is a ripoff of Chuck's E-leveler. I don't know why this wound up in my stuff, but now it's not my stuff anymore. It's not my problem. Hey, you guys remember I was talking about XR Bunker Works and Chamois? Here is a V0 toolhead pancake board in red, designed by C. Mueller from XR Bunker Works. So look at that. But it's the pancake board. So I've got some XR Bunker Works stuff here in the house. Gotta support the man, Fabrico, aka Chamois. Chamois is good people, man. Chamois is good people. You know what? I already got one, so I'm going to send one of these to you as well, good sir. I've already got this one right here. It's your, you know, the lovely little USB to USB-T 232 4859 V01. I've already got one that's already open I'm playing with. I've got an extra one. I don't know if you'll ever need it, but now it's yours. This is working out good for you, brother. Anybody? I think I'm gonna. Here's something interesting that Fadus came out with that is no longer in beta that I can show you guys that I didn't get a chance to use because guess what I don't have? I don't have a Bamboo X or P series printer, but there's the Fadus conch hot end. It's part of the beta, and I was gonna put this on something. I was gonna modify a hot end and put it on. I was thinking about putting it on the Rook, to be honest with you, because I know there was some mods for the Rook that use the Fadus hot ends. So we're gonna keep this for now. We're going to keep this for now because it's a beta unit. So I don't want to give away a beta unit, you know. That'd just be silliness on my part. What is this thing? It's a random board. I don't know what it is, but it's got two caps on it. It's got two caps. It's got an in, and it's got ground and 5 volts. You got in, positive and negative, ground, and 5 volts. So it looks like it's just a buck converter. I needed a 5 volt buck converter, so if that's what this is, that's good, because I need a buck converter. So if that's what this is, I'm keeping it. Because I was talking about how on that guy I need a buck converter so I can run the 5 volts to that directly. But sorry, Captain, I'm just going through all my old shit and looking for old shit to send you. I need that. Servo motor, or yeah, servo. 3D printing bingo game. Here you print cool prizes. 1 plate is free if you want more. $1 a plate 3D printed bingo. That would be interesting. Let's see here. Should I send... I'm going to send you one of the Maker World clock kits because I have Maker World clock kits and I don't need them. I don't know. It doesn't have any of the electronics bits. Let me keep that. Put that there. Ooh, happy. Do I have a happy sticker on my door? I do not. I need to put a happy sticker on the door. Happy made me my panels for the Pandora's box. So let's put happy up near the top because happy is good people. There we go. Happy Manufacturing. You're on the top of the door. I know you're not here and you haven't been here for a while. Happy, I miss you, brother. Come back. Say hi. Love Happy. He's a good dude. You don't know who Happy is, too bad. Happy's a good dude. That's all you need to know. Happy, good dude. Happy Manufacturing, good dude. You know who else is a good dude? All of you who are here with me now. Put those Wi-Fi USB modules Here's a Raspberry Pi 3B Plus. Here is the, it's got the 16 gig eMMC in there. Here's the little guy. So, but yeah, another random board. I need to just start making projects with those and doing little Internet of Things stuff. Okay. I need to reprint that thing because it didn't print right. I had this big USB like SD card holder thing that I had printed and it didn't print successfully. So I should reprint it. Okay. We're making space, guys. We're making space. What is this mellow? What was this again? Oh, it's a end stop. It's the Mellow Fly end stop for the Vorons for the 2.4s. For the nozzle to run into. What's in here? Just random shit. Have you seen or printed the SD card toaster? I have seen it. I have not printed it, JPP. But I have seen the little SD card toaster. You put your SD cards in and they drop down, and when you need them, you just hit the lever and it pops the SD cards up to you. Yeah, I have seen that, good sir. It's pretty cool. I just have not printed it. Let's pick these up now and put them back there, because then I'll have room to wedge this in here. There we go. We are slowly but surely making space on this counter for other stuff. And I just realized that one of the things I was just looking at, I was looking for this. So there we go. We have this now. I don't know that you'll need it, but Captain, there you go. I don't know if you'll need it, but there you go. It's a tool head board, and it's like old school tool head board, not CAN bus style. Mama messaged me. Let me take a look. What'd she say? Okay, Mama was just messaging me to tell me the dogs suck. To which I responded with, sorry, love. What is this for? Oh, that's garbage now. That's a paid invoice, guys. I actually paid for something. Can you believe that? I actually paid a bill. Holy crap. I bet you guys are proud of me, right? I just keep throwing shit in the box, Captain. I'm not throwing this in there. I'm keeping this. This is a 0.4 nozzle. For the Revo. I actually promised this to a teacher because he has a 0.4 nozzle on his, and it's acting funny. So told him I would give him that. So I got to remember to give that to him. Here's my 0.6. Maybe we should swap out the switch wire, put a 0.6 on it. Start printing parts with a 0.6 nozzle. Little fatter lines, you know. Get them fatty lines going. There. Grab my DJI mic bag for this guy right here. Put that nice and neatly on the side. Random USB-C cable. Here is a little poke your stuff. Oh yeah, there we go. Here's a couple of nozzles. Here's a stock Prusa Mark IV nozzle. And then here is anybody got a Ender, like a K1C Ender 3 V3 or Ender 3 V3 Plus, or I believe the SE, the K1 SE. Anybody got one of those? It needs to be the K1C with the stock hot end. Anybody got one of those with a stock hot end on it? I'm asking for a reason. I'm asking for a reason. Unicorn. Unicorn. It's the unicorn nozzle. Look at that. Look at the unicorn. Retracted. JPP retracted. Needs to be a K1C, K1SE, K1 Max, I believe even, or the Ender 3 V3 that has that style nozzle, because it's an N-coated unicorn nozzle. It's a 0.4, so 0.4 nozzle. If anybody has it, let me know. Or I'll add it to my, next time I do a giveaway, we'll add it to the giveaway, and anybody who enters that doesn't want it can do whatever they want, you know, after the fact. I have several of the KB 3D stickers on my cabinet there, on my door. This is the $600 that I paid on the power bill on 4/20 or 3/24. $600. Oh, you know what? I have one left. This is my absolute last one that was given to me. I cannot get rid of it because it's the only one I have. I don't have a printer capable of printing them, so I don't have them. And you know, they were printed for me, so I again, thank you. Put that there. That essential nozzle and heat break is in one, right? Nope, it is just the nozzle. It's the unicorn nozzle. It's just the really long nozzle that goes into the Creality printers. Into those, like the K1C. You just undo the nozzle and it threads way out, and it's got the really long throat. You know, it's got a really long throat. I will show it again, JPP. Looking. That's it right there. It's just the nozzle. It's got the really long throat that goes all the way up in. There you go. A little easier to see now. It's got the really long threads on it. So, yeah, so there's that. That's what I have. I was looking for a Ender 3 E3 or the Ender 3 V3. I was looking for one on Marketplace, trying to trade a guy for it, but the guy was like, yeah, I'm not interested in a trade, man. Sorry, not happening. I was like, okay, your loss, not mine. So he did not get it. It was on him, you know. It was on him. Let's see something here. I've got this lovely Raspberry Pi. I can't remember if this screen was working or not. I have this XPT 2046 that somebody had put in one of the kits or one of the boxes of stuff they sent to me, and been trying to get it to work with the Raspberry Pis, and I haven't had the greatest of luck with it lately, you know. So let's see if it'll power up and see if it'll work. Okay. Do we have lights on? Oh, wait, that's right. There we go. We have to push it like way in. I'll see if it lights up and actually works. If not, I'll have to figure out how the hell to make that thing work with it. But, you know, doesn't seem to want to work. We'll plug in the HDMI back into it and then see if we get signal. There we go. Now if I do this, watch this, guys. It's been a while since you guys have seen this view. Look at that. Got the capture card working. There we go. Now it's logging in, and I think it's going to bring up Clipper screen. Yep, see, there's Clipper screen. However, my TV is not a touchscreen that's up there. It's an old Vizio that, like I said, we got from one of the kids, or took out of one of the kids' bedrooms. So, but there it is, doing all of its awesomeness. Okay, so a capture card or a tuner card. Yeah, a capture card's nice. I I have, what is it? It's one of the, it's one of the, what am I trying to say here? The same guys that make the Stream Deck. So the same guys that make the Stream Deck. It's one of theirs. It's the HD or HD60, I think. Yeah, HD60S. So it'll do 1080p. I don't think it does. It's not the 4K variant. And it's the USB one. So, like I said, when I bring the laptop out here and get that set up for the stream, it'll be pretty maxed out on its USB ports. I'm probably gonna have to get a USB hub because the computer's got way more USB. But now, thankfully, because of the introduction of this camera, I am now able to get away with just having like a 2-camera setup, because this guy does most of it, and then I have that one over there that looks down onto the work surface. Which, speaking of, look at this. My floor looks like hot garbage. Quit looking at my crotch, you weirdos. Just kidding. But look at that. How much nicer and cleaner is that? And then this, like I said, this thing right here is I want to find a piece that's big enough to go basically the entire length of the top here. That's this, and then I'll just either cut this out or I'll leave this here. I don't necessarily know that I want to have the drop off, so we may chop the counter and set it down and put a nice little bead of caulk between the wood and that. But there you go. Look at that. So we got the bench cam. There's the right screen. It's my Facey books. The wifey was talking to me. There's nothing dirty there, guys. You're safe. She was sending me videos and stuff. She said she has to wake her lazy ass up. The dogs were bothering her. Okay, get rid of that. There we go. There we go. But let's kind of run back through. We got that one, that one, that one. Then we got this one, which is a flip-flop of this one. So you got that with me, and then you got me with that. Then we have the K1, which doesn't exist anymore. I gotta take that one out. Capture card. And then the phone camera, which I don't have the phone app installed. I think I still have the phone app installed. I have to set that up. But now seeing that, I now have to go adjust my OBS stuff, or my Stream Deck stuff, and take out the K1. So let's garbage that one. Let's move the cap down, move the phone cam down. And what's on page 2 what was on page 2? Nothing, just the controls for the camera. And then I need to create a button for the 3D printer rehab for everybody to come hang out in the Discord there once we get it a little more established. But there we go. So we'll have one blank button in the middle. That way I don't accidentally bump it. Because as for the camera views, that's really all I needed. So we can close that now. There we go. So yeah, we don't need the in the printer camera anymore since we don't have the printer with a camera. However, these are pretty nice. I might actually consider down the road, once time gets a little better, getting another one of these and mounting it like somewhere where it can be used to like turn closer to the printers. That'd be pretty cool, right? Have one here for me and one back here for the printers that can kind of like pan across, so you guys can kind of see those from time to time. Y'all be good. Gotta go again. All right, JPP. It's just me and you chatting now anyway, so everybody else is kind of just lurking and listening to see what's going on. They're just here for support. So thank you to all of you who are here supporting me and my just hanging out in the garage with my mess. Micro Swiss. Yay! Micro Swiss and I have been messaging back and forth. It takes them about a day to get back to me. Yeah, that's cool. I do love all the spammers on X that find me and yeah, it's just, it's usually just drama stuff. I see that Stefan has done his thing. I see that Solvol has made their fifth $1,000 donation to the Voron Designs team. They posted that 55 minutes ago. It's really nice of them to keep using that as a marketing tool. That's the one thing I have to say. Like, I agree when like Taylor said that, when he was talking about how like Voron is like Solvol's basically, he didn't say Solvol, he didn't call out Solvol, but he did say that they're using it as like a marketing tool for them to say, see, look at us, we're giving back to the community, you know. But still, just screwing around in Tinkercad for drone print. Nice. Oh, here comes, I believe, my wife, considering kids are all at school. So it's probably my wife. Let me make sure the camera's locked. I don't want it to jump on her and have her unhappy. So let me move the camera over. There we go. Hi, honey. I moved the camera. Yeah, he's just hanging out here with Dad. If I move over too far, oh, you're going to sit with me, but you don't want your face on camera? Okay.
Tired.
I know you're tired. The puppies are being dicks.
I'm go to bed.
We'll go upstairs, go to bed.
No.
If you lay down in bed, the puppies lay down with you. Yes, they do. Do you need me to come in the house and yell at them?
No.
Do I need to go in the house and punch the dogs?
No.
Aw, you're laying on the mic, though. I did notice that. I forgot.
I don't care.
That's okay. The stream doesn't mind. They like hearing you.
I don't care.
You want to say something mean to me so they can laugh?
No one want hugs.
I know. I'm giving you hugs. See, I got you. Can I turn us a little bit?
No.
I'm just going to move back a little bit. Just a little bit. I got you. I got you. The floor is crooked, but I got you. I just want to scoot back a little bit. Then they can see that you are real.
No, I'm not real.
You kicked my dog. Kegel, I didn't kick the dog.
Who kicked the dog?
No, Kegel's being a smartass because I said I was going to kick the dog.
You're not gonna kick the dog.
I won't kick the dog.
Then I really will fuck you up.
I know. The puppies don't get kicks.
They don't get nothing. They're babies.
They get swats on the butt when they're not listening.
You should stop smacking them. They're babies.
I'll swat their butt when they don't listen.
I'm gonna hit you when you don't listen.
You do all the time. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna hit you harder then. Because you're not learning your lesson.
You sack tap me all the time.
But you're not learning your lesson.
Well, guess I'm a puppy then, huh? I'm a sweet little puppy. Quit trying to bite me, you bully. You're so mean, trying to chew on my neck.
I'm whiny.
I know. That's okay. We've been streaming for like 2 hours, and like the mess out here is getting better. You can like kind of look up at the printers in the back.
I don't care about your mess.
You should. It's getting better in here. It's getting to where I can be more productive.
Still don't care.
Okay. And then the counter behind me, I don't know if you remember, it was messy.
Don't care.
There's all counter space now.
Just don't care.
I'm thinking that depending on what Mama needs, I'm either going to. What do you need? I love you.
I need my dog.
He's right. You need Chewbacca? Yeah. He's a good boy.
You come inside and bite your sisters.
If you let him in and you're not worried when he gets a little aggressive with them because they won't leave him alone, then...
You're like, bitches, mom was sleeping.
Yeah, he'll curl up on the chair with you and they won't have any room.
When they bark at every fucking thing outside, then he'll bark at every fucking thing outside too. You tell me how it's gonna help me? You come inside and they're like, oh, we don't need to bark anymore.
So you want me to come in? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just mad.
Because the girls are being jerks, I know.
I was trying to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm mad because yesterday you were inside and they were like, whatever.
Yeah, to shoot this out just a little bit.
They ate your shoe, by the way.
You mean the shoe that's on my foot?
No.
You need the Hey Dudes that are already destroyed?
No, the other ones, the white ones.
The white, oh, those have been chewed up already anyway.
Okay, well, they ate it.
Yeah, they already chewed them up. That's why you and Lulu went to the thrift store and got me these.
Hello, my love.
What was it, $10? $7. $6.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
There's
She
mine.
got me a pair of $6 Nike 270s. They're the golf edition though. So, but you know what? They're free shoe or not free, but they're like $7 shoes. So
Should you match it with that?
yeah, because she has the 270s and she wanted me to have some 270s to match her.
Olivia did, not me.
Yes,
I
Lou.
don't wear no friggin' Nike shoes. I have Crocs and slides. I don't have anything.
Take her to bed and take a nap with her. I would enjoy doing that, Kegel, but the problem is going to be that we're both going to be crabby when we wake up. At least if I stay up, I won't be crabby, and you know, it'll be kind of okay.
Yeah, I think he,
Is it? It's not raining out, obviously.
No, but I'm pretty sure he loves me more than you do.
No,
Look at him. He's such a little baby.
he is. He's like, Mama, I love you.
Get away from mommy.
Yes, he's like, Mommy, I love
You're
you.
shedding. You need your undercoat taken off.
He does need a good. I need to get the
You need
rake
to
and
get
go
that-
through them.
Yeah, because summer's coming. Look at that.
I know. I
It's
need to
gonna
take him in the
eat you
back.
up.
Please quit doing that in my office. I don't need all them little fuzzies everywhere. I take him out in the backyard and I'll make another puppy dog in the backyard for him.
Don't get hostile with me.
I'm not getting hostile with you. I just asked you not to like dig into his undercoat and get all that doggy hair everywhere.
Do whatever I want to do.
I know you will, and you do all the time.
And here's you boys. You can do whatever you want to do too. Yeah.
Yes, he is a sweet
Mommy
puppy.
says you can. Daddy's big stupid. Yeah.
Yes, I am. I won't tell the internet that if they look in the reflection on that, they can see your hand.
I look like a hot mess. I just woke up.
You are hot, and you are a mess, but you are not a hot
Yum.
mess.
I need to get your furs off of me, and Dad got mad at me, so I can't.
I didn't get mad. I just asked that you not brush him out or like pull his undercoat out, because it then gets his little doggy hairs everywhere. There. I'll move it back over and move it back up a little bit. That way they're less likely to see your reflection. But yes, I'm actually going to wrap this up. We've been going for over 2 hours now. I think somebody else is going to be kicking up a stream here. I think JPP says about he want to do a test stream. So maybe JPP, Cody, JPP. Yeah, the ones that let me stay with him at Murph last year. Yes.
I say hi to them every now and then.
He's got the, Zachary is going to be streaming here soon. Or he's got
Who's that?
E3 V3. He got an E3 V3? Damn it. Zachary 3D Prints.
Is that one with the weird accent?
Yes, that's the one with the weird accent.
Okay.
And then he's got the previously on Zachary's live stream. He put it up as a trailer. I'm just looking to see, but it doesn't look like anybody is currently streaming. I do apologize, guys, but wait, M3DM. Who is M3DM? Oh, they're doing the sculpting. That's right. Yes.
Has he been in here the whole
Yes.
time, buddy?
Yes, he has. He's been a good boy. He's just hanging out underneath there on his pad.
It's been-
Well, it was sprinkling when I brought him outside. Or when I brought him in here, it was sprinkling. But he wants to go back out in the yard and run. You guys want to know how, I gotta tell you something. You guys want to know how silly this dog is?
What's the mean to him?
Like, our backyard has bunnies and squirrels like crazy running through it all the time.
They live there.
And he does not care. Very rarely will he actually go after a bunny or a squirrel. He'll lay there on, we have an outdoor door that leads to our basement, so you can get into our basement from the outside. He'll lay on top of that and just watch them running back and forth through the backyard. And he just does not care. He just sits there and watches them. And they'll be running around in the backyard, playing, jumping, bouncing, having fun. And every now and then, it's the squirrels. It's never the, well, I take that back. There was a family of baby bunnies. He did get the bunnies last year, the babies. He got 2 of them. But normally it's the squirrels that he'll go after when he does. And it's usually about 1 a year. He usually gets 1 a year. There's one that'll just piss him off and he'll take him out. But
He didn't try to kill the squirrel. He just wants to shake it and throw it. Like
yeah,
a
he'll
baby.
hold it in his mouth and he'll shake his head and then like flip his head and send it flying and then he goes after it. So, you know, it's just him doing what he does, you know, and I'm not gonna, you know, yell at him for it. I just go out and take the squirrel out of the yard and, you know, the rest of them will run away for a couple of days and then they slowly start coming back into the yard. So that's that survival of the fittest, you know.
They bark at him.
They will. They'll sit on the fence and they'll bark at him, and then he'll look, like sit there and look at him. And the ones that taunt him constantly are I think is the one he usually ends up getting. So, yeah, you know your little squirrel friends and your little bunny friends, don't you?
Not
Plus-
the girls, but,
Yeah. Plus, with his eyeballs, he's starting to get the haze in his pupils. So
He's got cataracts.
he-
Glaucoma or something.
yeah, he's starting to get the haze in his eyeballs. So he's actually, because him and Ellie are the only two that are left, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're 9.
Yeah. He's 9 years old, and him and his sister were the only ones that lived this long so far, because all the siblings that came from that litter have all since passed. I think there was, what, 6 in the litter, if I remember. I think there was like 5 or 6 in the litter. And
I'm always gonna live forever. I don't fucking
yeah.
talk.
Hey, your child is calling you because you're not in the house.
Give a shit.
Okay.
Well,
But anyway, gang, I'm gonna wrap this thing up
I'm in
and
the office. Why?
go figure something out. Probably make me a PB&J or something, because PB&Js are delicious, and it's lunchtime. I know Andrew Rogers. I know Andrew Rogers is buying lunch, but I might save it for dinner. So, but you guys, let's see here. Our button. Oh, your buttons is 14. Yeah, completely blind from cataracts. Yeah,
I'll be in eventually.
yeah. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let you all get back to doing what you're doing. I'm gonna figure something out here with the missus, and I'll be lurking in other streams, and depending on what happens and where we're at in the day, keep an eye out. I might stream again at some point. Who knows? So, but thanks, guys. Have a great one. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. Happy 3D printing, all those fun things, and remember, an old printer's better than no printer. Bye, guys.